Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have been watching these folks in Port Charles for more years than I can count, and let me tell you, the winds of change are blowing through town like a mighty storm. When you sit back and look at the life of Sonny Corinthos, you see a man who has always been larger than life. He is tough as nails, a true survivor who has dodged bullets, outsmarted rival families, and stood tall through the darkest of times. But lately, looking at the news coming out about his health, it really makes you stop and think. It seems our invincible mob boss might be facing an enemy he cannot simply intimidate or outmaneuver. The rumors are swirling that Sonny is heading toward a massive cardiac crisis, a situation so severe that it might require emergency heart surgery. It is a classic case of the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Seeing a man of his stature brought low by his own heart is something that truly tugs at your heartstrings. It reminds all of us that no matter how much power or money you have, health is your greatest wealth. Now, when push comes to shove and a man's life is hanging by a thread, you need a miracle worker. Enter Dr. Tristan Roberts. I have to say, I am incredibly excited to see what this young man can do. Tristan is a highly skilled heart surgeon, and he has been waiting in the wings for a chance to truly prove his mettle. In the medical world, they say you have to earn your stripes, and what better way for Tristan to show his incredible talent than by saving the life of the most notorious man in town. I can already picture the intense atmosphere in that operating room. The bright lights, the steady beep of the heart monitor, the heavy silence as Tristan holds Sonny's life in his hands. This is the kind of high-stakes drama that keeps us glued to our screens. It is a golden opportunity for Tristan to step out of the shadows and become a true hero in Port Charles. I firmly believe that this emergency surgery is going to be the defining moment of his career, and I am rooting for him all the way. But this health crisis is not just about medicine. It is about the ripple effect it is going to have on everyone who loves, hates, or tolerates Sonny. When a man is lying in a hospital bed hovering between life and death, it forces people to drop their guards and face their true feelings. Just think about Assistant District Attorney Justine Turner. Here is a woman who has built her career on the right side of the law. She is supposed to be the one putting men like Sonny behind bars. But opposites attract like magnets, do they not? We have all seen the quiet looks, the unspoken tension between them. Justine has been fighting a losing battle against her own heart. The prospect of losing Sonny forever might just be the wake-up call she needs. Sometimes you do not realize how much you care about someone until you are faced with the terrifying possibility of never seeing them again. I think this near-death experience is going to push Justine to finally bite the bullet and confess her true feelings to him. Imagine the emotional weight of that moment. Justine, a woman of the law, sitting by the bedside of a known mobster, realizing that life is simply too short to deny love. It is a beautiful, complicated mess. She will have to weigh her pristine career against a future with a man who lives in the shadows. But as they say in the heartland, the heart wants what it wants. I truly believe she will decide to pursue a genuine relationship with him, despite the countless obstacles and the wagging tongues in town. It takes a lot of courage for a woman to stand by a man like Sonny, especially when it goes against everything she stands for professionally. But if she is willing to take that leap of faith, it could be one of the most compelling love stories we have seen in a long time. Then we have to talk about Jason Morgan. Oh, Jason. This situation with Sonny's heart is going to hit him harder than a freight train. Jason and Sonny are not just friends, they are brothers. They have a bond that is thicker than water. Recently, Jason made the incredibly difficult decision to step away from the mob. He looked Sonny in the eye and told him he could no longer be his enforcer, that he could no longer take lives for the organization. It was a powerful moment of growth for Jason. But here is the rub. What happens if Jason's absence is the very thing that puts Sonny in danger? What if a rival sees that Sonny's right-hand man is gone and decides to strike, and that overwhelming stress is what triggers Sonny's heart attack? If that happens, Jason is going to carry a burden of guilt so heavy it might break him. He is a man who operates on loyalty and duty. If he believes that his desire for a peaceful life caused his brother to end up on a surgeon's table, he will never forgive himself. You can take the boy out of the mob, but it is mighty hard to take the mob out of the boy. I have a strong feeling that Jason will be sucked right back into the underworld. Even if it is just temporary, he will feel compelled to step up, protect Sonny's territory, and ensure no one takes advantage of his weakened state while he recovers. It is a tragic irony. Jason tries to walk into the light, but his love for Sonny pulls him right back into the darkness. It shows you exactly what kind of man Jason is. He will sacrifice his own peace of mind to keep his family safe. And speaking of family and complicated histories, we cannot overlook Carly Spencer in all of this. Carly and Sonny have a history that goes back decades. They have loved each other, fought each other, married each other, and divorced each other more times than I can keep track of. Right now, Carly is involved with Valentine Cassadine, but let us be honest with ourselves, folks. That relationship has a ticking time bomb attached to it, and its name is Brick's flash drive. Brick handed over that USB drive, and you just know it is filled with secrets that are going to blow Valentine's world apart. When the truth comes out, and it always does in Port Charles, Carly is going to drop Valentine like a bad habit. She is a woman who demands honesty and loyalty, and once that trust is broken, there is no going back. When the dust settles on her inevitable breakup with Valentine, where is Carly going to turn? Especially when she hears that Sonny is fighting for his life. The writing is on the wall. Carly's maternal, fiercely protective instincts are going to kick in. Seeing Sonny vulnerable, seeing the father of her children in a state of weakness is going to reignite all those old feelings. It is like an old country song. You always find your way back home. Carly will realize that despite all the water under the bridge, a part of her will always belong to Sonny. She will want to be the one holding his hand, the one managing his care, the one standing like a guard dog at his hospital door. But this time, the hospital waiting room is going to be a crowded place. If Justine is also there, having finally admitted her feelings, we are in for a showdown of epic proportions. Carly Spencer does not share well, and she certainly does not take kindly to other women staking a claim on the man she still considers hers in many ways. Sparks are going to fly between Carly and Justine. It is going to be a battle of wills between two incredibly strong, determined women. On one side, you have Justine, representing a new, perhaps more honest path for Sonny. On the other side, you have Carly, representing decades of shared history, deep understanding, and an unbreakable bond. It is a fascinating dynamic, and I cannot wait to see how Sonny navigates this when he finally wakes up. In the end, this entire storyline is a brilliant reminder of why we love these characters so deeply. They are flawed, they make mistakes, they hide their feelings, but when a crisis hits, their true colors shine through. Sonny's heart condition is not just a medical emergency, it is the catalyst that is going to force everyone to stop running from their truths. Tristan will get his moment in the sun, proving his worth and saving a life. Justine will have to choose between her safe career and a dangerous love. Jason will have to face the painful reality that his loyalty to Sonny might forever chain him to a life of violence. And Carly will have to confront the fact that she has never truly moved on. It is a beautiful tapestry of human emotion woven together with the kind of drama that makes you want to reach through the screen and give these folks a piece of your mind. I sit here thinking about all the twists and turns, and it just brings a smile to my face. This is storytelling at its finest, focusing on the heart, both literally and figuratively. We are in for a wild ride, my friends. So let us keep our eyes peeled, our hearts open, and see how our beloved residents of Port Charles weather this upcoming storm. It is going to be a journey filled with tears, tough choices, and hopefully a lot of healing.